Hi, this is Paul Kinkowski with the Systems Conference, and I'm here with Michelle Ortega, and we're going to be talking about the Systems Conference and what she's going to be speaking on at this event, and some things about Michelle. So let me start off just introducing Michelle. Michelle, could you give us a little introduction of who you are, what you do, different things about you?
Yes, so my name is Michelle Ortega. I'm located in Mexico, and I've worked for property management companies, or I've either worked for companies who give services to property management companies. I'm currently working at Better Who. They get different property management companies such as hiring and then coaching and consulting.
So Michelle was picked for this because she wasn't actually my employee. She worked for property management for me, and she was also in charge of the conference up until last year. So up until last year, she ran the conference, and so wanted to, as her first year not in charge of the conference, I wanted to bring her back as a speaker because Michelle has done everything in property management from she started off with doing marketing and doing websites and building my website and doing all that type of stuff, and was working for 3 different property management companies. She started off with working for 3 companies. Then she worked exclusively for me. Eventually she went on to PM Solutions Pro and started my in-house hiring and was in charge of training and was in charge of lots of things with my staff. And then eventually when PM Solutions Pro, when I decided to end doing hiring, Matthew was a perfect fit for her, and we went over to Better Who, and now she has a team of 5 people under you.
I think we're about 5.
5 people.
And then recently I changed titles, so I'm no longer in the recruiting side. That's brand new. I'm right now the consulting manager, so I take care of the whole consulting side of the business, making sure it runs.
So recently you just got a promotion with Better Who?
So yeah, I got a promotion right now. I'm the consulting manager.
Great. So what we've been talking about is software in this podcast. So Michelle, in your day-to-day, what's a go-to software that you love using right now?
Right now I'm using, and the whole company is heavily using, Notion. It's great for like project management. You can also use it as a knowledge hub. You can have documents there, and something that I really love because I'm a really visual person. It's like you can visualize, filter, sort any way you want. So I might have a view that works for me, but the rest of the team doesn't need that information, so they can make their own views. So I'm loving Notion right now. It's simple. It's always loading. It doesn't glitch or anything like that. And then you can also integrate it with Zapier. And then some other cool softwares that we've been using and that I've been using is Tango. If you want to look for it, it's Tango app. You can create guides in seconds, and it's like an interactive walkthrough with your insights and your comments. It's a Google Chrome extension. So in case you're training someone or you're the same question asked by an employee, it's a great way to just make interactive guides so that they can see how stuff works. And then finally, something that I found really, really useful, it's a software, also a Chrome extension called Supernormal AI. And it's an AI generating notes for any of the meetings. And then it has different templates, and based on those templates, you can kind of see what the conversation is. Then it generates like highlights, summaries, action items. There's many other softwares like these, like Fireflies and different ones. I just happen to like Supernormal.
That is awesome. Those sound like some really cool software. So if I was interested in learning more about the software and I saw you at the conference and I asked you, you would be able to what these do and how they work.
Yeah, I have them installed in my computer. They're one of the, I use them daily, so I could definitely with that.
Awesome. So that's some really cool concepts and ideas. And I mean, so basically you're finding that software is making your job easier managing a team.
Yes, that too. The Tango one, just when you have to create guides, process for people to follow on the training side, it's great. You can even use Loom. The cool thing about Tango is that it creates kind of like highlights, and they look a little bit more pro. But then Loom is also another great software that you can just record yourself the recording when you have someone shadowing you, and then you can just let them know, hey, reference the recording, and then that way you don't have to retrain or repeat the same thing over and over.
That is awesome. So yeah, I mean, our focus this year on this, because this is what the focus in the world's been right now, is technology. So we're focusing on technology with this conference and cutting edge technology. I know we're going to be having ChatGPT and all these other softwares, and so it's going to be really exciting because no matter what software you use, my goal is that if you come to this event, you're going to find other software that you can use in your business. It's going to make your life easier because some of the software we're going to introduce in January, it's going to change before January. So we've already looked at ChatGPT for my session. I'm on the free version of the 3.0. The 5.0 version's coming out next month. So there's even another version coming out. So before the conference, me and Wolfgang are meeting in January to figure out what software we're going to teach about in January, because if we wait and do it now, it's already going to have changed, because right now this year has been the most change we've seen in software, with things like Lead Simple integrating with AppFolio. Just so many things have just changed in the last 365 days. Have you noticed that with your customers, that getting better software and using better software is just making a big difference?
Definitely. You wanna give just everyone the tools and resources to be successful, and I think AI is bringing a lot of that stuff here. Like just the note meeting thing, it's like really simple. There was stuff that was done before that, before AI was here, but just having a summary, having the highlights, like you have a meeting with a client or something like that, it makes life easier. So definitely I think leaning towards technology and having more efficiency throughout their business through technology.
That's awesome. And your first talk is going to be From Chaos to Control, Creating a Performance Management System. What is that? Chaos to Control. Can you explain that, what you're going to be talking about?
Yeah, so I'm gonna basically going to talk about how you can unlock your team's true potential. As you said, everyone is talking about efficiency, not only on the technology side, but also on the teams. And it makes sense. Company owners want to spend more time growing their business rather than working in the business. And then there's also the profitability aspect. There's two ways of increasing profitability, and it's basically charging more or spending less time doing the same job, but with less time. So everybody wants to know how their team can perform to the best. And we're going to be talking a little bit about, performance management strategies, some that could help your company, but will also help your employees. So you first need to understand from the perspective of your team, what is going to motivate them and what's holding them back. Basically, in my talk, we're going to identify those driving forces or constraints that are shaping your performance, employees' performance. And then based on that, we're going to see how can we create a successful performance management system.
That's awesome. And then you're also doing something on maximizing team potential to discover your team's power score. What's a power score? I don't even know what that is.
This session, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have the people in the session with different questions. And then we're going to be scoring that based on their team. So I'm going to ask them to write down their team. We're going to be having different questions that score different aspects of each member of the teams. And then that's what we're going to be calling the power score once we get that score. And then I'm going to just give them little tips on how they can assess that score based on that. The person better, or what can we do in the company to kind of like make a more efficient team.
That is awesome. So I've been here with Michelle Ortega. Michelle was my former my number 2 remote employee, and she was just awesome, and she's gone through a lot of different areas. At this systems conference, we want to bring in people that can help your business, and not just company owners, but people that work in the business that have done dramatic things in the business. Michelle's used software I haven't used. Michelle built my website, stuff that I couldn't do in my life. So it's just really exciting to have someone like Michelle be speaking at this event, and she is going to help me with the charity night. So we're very excited about that. She's still helping put that on, but it's just really great to have her as part of the team. We're so excited. Now, if you want $100 off, right now, remember Michelle Rocks with a capital M. So $100 off, Michelle Rocks. Sign up for the conference right now. I think we just had about 100 people signed up. We only have 150 spots. It will sell out. It is going to be a great event, and you will learn many nuggets, and you will go home with new things that you can do in your business, because you will actually get it done while you're there. You're not going to be sitting there thinking, oh, these are ideas that I might use. If Michelle's using a software, you're going to get that software out on your computer and you're actually going to look at it while she's talking about it. Because I find that people don't learn by listening. You learn by doing. And I already forgot half the software that she talked about because I wasn't doing it. I was just listening to it. And when listening, it goes in and out the ear. But if I were on my computer and I would have been doing that software that she was talking about, I have an understanding what that software was, how it could benefit me. And that's how you learn. That's how 80% of the people learn. You could be an anomaly. You could be someone who just reads books and that's the only way you learn, but that's not the normal case. Get your hands dirty. This is a conference where you're gonna get your hands wet. You're gonna get working. Everybody, this has been Paul Kinkowski with Michelle Ortega, and have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you.